Good morning, traders. Good morning. It's 10:16 a.m., July 30th, Friday. This is Manny the Magoo. I have not posted videos in quite some time. I've been on vacation, actually. Usually the summers, I usually take a break from trading. The summer's a big chop fest, up and down, as most of you probably have seen. But I am back in town now. I'm going to try to make some videos on Sundays if I could. I just wanted to release this one to you because I did trade it this week. In one of my rooms that I moderate in, I made sure that everybody knew about this trade, and I'm only looking at NIO. I'm going to show you exactly what we did and exactly where we took the trade. Most of you that have been watching my videos from the past know that I'm a price action trader. I try to keep things very, very simple. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do every week when I trade. I'm going to give you an idea. Let me just remove all these drawings, and I'm going to take you from the very beginning. Okay, so the first thing I do, this is a 1-year daily chart. These are daily candles. Okay, so I'm a price action trader, and I really pay attention to support, resistance, but most importantly, I'm a candle break resistance and support player. And usually what I do is I start off with a weekly chart. So the first thing I do is I go to a weekly chart. As you can see, these are weekly candles. So every candle you see here is a weekly candle, okay? And what I do is I go to the previous week's high and previous week's low. And the first thing I do is I take my drawing tool, I'll use a thinkorswim platform, and basically I take a look at last week, which was the 7/19 week on NIO. The high was 47.38. So what do? I draw a line here, $47.38, okay? I edit it, let's edit it, 47.38 and 47.38, okay? All right, and there's my high of the week. Last week, 47.38. The low is 40.48. So I click on that. I draw a line at 40.48. And let's edit it, 40.48. And there you have it. So now I've clearly identified those white lines. Last week's high, 47.38. Last week's low, 40.48. Then what I do is I go to a monthly chart, okay? And I go to the previous month's high and low. I draw my lines there. So the previous month, which was June, the high was 53.84. So I'll draw my line at 53.84. Okay. 53.84, 53.84. And the only thing I do is I change the color. I make it yellow. Okay. And then I go to the low, 39.94. So I'm going to draw my line at 39.94. And folks, this is very easy to do, okay? And I'll tell you why I do them, okay? So 39.94, and I'm going to put a yellow there and hit OK. All right, so I've clearly identified the previous month's low and the previous month's high. Now, why do I do this? Well, monthly candles, the highs and the lows, they hold a lot of weight, okay? They hold more weight than a weekly candle, okay? And a weekly candle holds a lot more weight than a daily candle. Now, I just don't sit on my hands and just wait for monthly candles highs to break or monthly candle lows to break. I usually like playing the weekly, but I also play something that's called back inside. So let me show you what that is, okay? So I'm going to go to a smaller term time frame. And as you can see here, so today's Friday, this is Friday, Thursday, the dark black area, okay, that's Thursday. The gray shaded areas are after hours and pre-market. Then you've got Wednesday, okay, you've got Tuesday, and here's Monday, all right? So what did we do? As you can see here, okay, now this is last week's low, $40.48, okay, so on Tuesday, we broke last week's low and we broke last month's low. So this is what I usually do. I start paying attention to see if we can go back inside. What I mean by that is this, and this happened on Wednesday, okay? Here's Wednesday. So Wednesday we opened, we broke again last week's low, and we broke last month's low. Now if you want, what you want to do is you want to pay attention to see if we can get a break back inside, which means the candle would have to break $39.94, which was last month's low. If the candle breaks $39.94, I get in. It's that simple, okay? No, so if I get in at $39.94, what happens with $39.94? $39.94 now becomes support. Let's just say, for example, it does pull back and it breaks below that $39.94. You can get out, folks. It doesn't cost you hardly anything, okay? So what I love playing the back inside. So if you were to play this back inside, $39.94, and just held on, and let's just say you made $39.94 your stop again. Number one, it wouldn't cost you anything, okay, if it did pull back. But number two, let's say you held on to this trade. Well, if you would have gotten in on Wednesday at $39.94 and held NIO, okay, well, NIO right now hit as high as today, let's see, currently we had a high of $44.85, okay? So that's an absolutely tremendous trade. Now, I'm not saying that you can't take profits along the way. I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, all I'm identifying is areas of possible entries and then a possible exit. The key to trading, if you're an active trader, is conserving your capital, okay? So the way I trade, I keep it real simple, okay? If you take a look, let's go to a weekly chart, or let's go to a daily chart. Here's a daily chart. As you can see right here, I've clearly identified last month's low, $39.94. We did break $39.94 on 7/27, but then we reclaimed it on Wednesday, okay, on 7/28. You could have easily played that. Now, let's say you missed getting in on that monthly low. Well, you could have played the weekly as well at $40.48, okay? We went back inside last week's low. See, when the price is below the lines, okay, well, obviously the lines then become resistance, correct? All right? So if price action is below a monthly low, well, that price becomes resistance. If we break that resistance, then the price becomes support. And that's all you have to play. If you play this way, I can promise you, you're going to make money. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind you're not going to make money. And you're simplifying it. So for those of you that don't understand support and resistance, now I'm not saying not to learn support and resistance, because I can promise you it's extremely important, okay? It's extremely important to know your support and resistance areas. They're going to avoid, they're going to give you great exits. They're going to give you good entries if you understand support and resistance. So you have to learn that. That's important. But if you just play these weekly and monthly candle breaks to the upside or the downside, and you've clearly identified to the penny exactly where they are, which obviously it'll tell you, you can make money, folks. It's not that difficult, you know? Anyhow, again, I'm just wanted to, kind of put this out there. Haven't done videos in such a long time. I apologize. It's just, I don't usually trade in the summer. I enjoy the summers. I take a break with my family. We go away. And, that's pretty much what I do. I got back this week, and, I'm only trading maybe one or two stocks that I really like, that I think are completely oversold. And I look for entries. And NIO is definitely one of my favorite stocks out there. I've got a lot of invested in NIO. I've been investing in NIO since it was $17, $18, $19 a share. But I take advantage of these pullbacks when I can, and try to either buy more or get in, make some income with NIO by actively trading it, which I do. And that's it. I mean, you don't have to have 30, 40, 50 stocks in your portfolio, okay? I think that less is actually more. If you follow a certain criteria, let's say, for example, you only trade Apple, or you only trade a Boeing, or you only trade, I don't know, Starbucks, or whatever the case may be, whatever stock you're looking at, I think once you learn the movement of the stock, you're better off making money with it because you understand the flow of how it works, how it moves, where it possibly bounces from, and so on and so forth. So I stick to, you know, a couple, usually the same names all the time. I kind of keep it boring. If you're a boring trader, you're probably making money. I can promise you that. If you're real active, you're probably losing money. You don't need to trade every day. I'll be honest with you. This trade this week, I probably put more money in my pocket this week than most traders put in their pocket in a month. And it's not because of the size that I'm trading. It's because I'm not trading as active. I wait. I'm very patient. I don't need to trade every day. I took one trade this week. That's it. It was NIO. That's it. You know, I saw it break the last month's low. And I said to myself, I said, wow, you know, we're getting into really oversold territory here. Let me wait. Let's see if we can break back inside. And that's exactly what it did on Wednesday, you know. So I took advantage of the trade. But anyhow, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody's summer's going well. If you could, the only thing I ask you to do, subscribe, hit that like button, smash that bell button. Anytime I put out a video, you will be notified. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions you like. You can also email me, hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. I'm here to help you, folks. It's free advice. I've been trading for 20 plus years. So anything I can do to help the community, please, I'll be more than happy to do so. Anyhow, have a great Friday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And hopefully we get another video out next week. Take care, folks.